Hey guys, welcome back to Speedwalk and Talk. Today, guys, we'll be playing Pokemon Soul Silver, my absolute favorite Pokemon game. I'm super excited to share this with you guys today, so let's get started. So, the starter I'll be picking for this is actually Totodile. I've actually never used a Totodile in actually Pokemon Soul Silver or Heart Gold. I've always picked Cyndaquil, because Cyndaquil is actually, like, my favorite starter ever. If you guys saw in the first part, there's like 5 chairs and pretty cool stuff, I have to say, you know, not boasting, but Cyndaquil, actually not Cyndaquil, Typhlosion is actually my 3rd favorite Pokemon, so like, I care about Cyndaquil a lot, but Cyndaquil is going to be the best choice for best starter, and that is going to be the first first team member, of the Dream Team. So, getting back to the story of Pokemon Soul Silver, after you get your Pokemon to go run an errand for the Professor, you'll run into Mr. Pokemon, also Professor Oak. Professor Oak will give you the Pokédex, and you also get a mysterious egg from Mr. Pokemon. You also battle Silver, our red-headed friend, and he also stole a Pokemon from the Professor. So, already starting to get a darker look on Pokemon already so fast, because stealing Pokemon, you know, it's a pretty serious crime. Our second team member here, guys, is actually going to be a Weedle. I know, very unused. I don't think barely anybody uses Beedrill. I mean, until Mega Beedrill came out, and then Beedrill kind of became more popular out of the two, out of Butterfree and Beedrill. But I'm not going to be evolving my Weedle until level 15, actually, because I want it to get Bug Bite for my Beedrill, because they didn't have X-Scissor. I mean, they did, but they didn't like give it to Beedrill or have it as a TM until after game. So Bug Bite is the best thing you can basically get on Beedrill, aside from like U-turn, but I don't like to like switch out moves. So here we are at the Bellsprout Tower. Head in here, guys, before you take on the gym. You can also get HM Flash, and that's gonna be helpful. I don't think you actually have to get it, but you also have to get in there to progress with the storyline. That can also be a little bit of a struggle if you have Totodile, so if you have Cyndaquil, you're pretty good. Here's the first gym leader, guys. It has gotten a lot harder since the originals, knowing that Pidgeotto is at level 13 now, and also has Roost, but if your Pokemon's high enough level, you can basically take it down with Totodile and Cyndaquil. You will have some trouble if you pick Chikorita. That's why I think Chikorita is absolutely the worst starter ever chosen. Like, the lineup of gyms, if you pick Chikorita, you're basically going to have to get a lot of Pokemon at the first part. I suggest if you do pick Chikorita, get a Geodude. You're pretty good for the first 3 gyms if you get like a Geodude. But, you know, you don't have to, I guess. But, yeah, and another thing is, guys, I'm playing this on a ROM. I think I've told you guys that before. And, getting a Soul Silver download is really hard, and it has a lot of bugs that you have to work out, and it was a little bit hard. I'll get that in a minute, but you're actually going to get your second team member for the Dream Team, in this case here, guys, and that is going to be Zubat. Now, I think Zubat is probably the best flying type in the game. I mean, there's Dragonite and all that, but, I mean, better than Spearow that I'm using, that's gonna get a Fearow, but I think Zubat, you can get a Crobat so early on because they give you like the haircut at Goldenrod and the Soothe-Bell. I think Crobat has such good speed. It has Bite for the 4th gym. This is a really good pick. So that's gonna be the second team member on the Dream Team. Alright, guys, we went to the second town here, guys, and this town absolutely loves the Slowpokes like I do, and Team Rocket wants to cut off their tails. Yeah, pretty dark, I know, but this older guy wants to, I guess, you to help him. I mean, he breaks his ankle. It feels like everybody in Pokemon, like, does something or has to do something that you have to do all the work. I mean, pretty lazy country here, but whatever. And another thing is why the Dream Team is a lot better than the team that I picked is I'm fully dependent on Spearow basically during this gym, and that's not always a good thing, and not if you get like a new Pokemon, and yeah, it's not a good thing to like get a new Pokemon and depend on it for a gym. So you have Quilava for this gym, and you also have Zubat. So, but I take it down. And another bug that's in the game, I'm not sure if you guys have seen yet. I can't have healing items. Yeah, that's true. That's one of the bugs, guys. I mean, one of the bugs is that the screen goes black, but you fix that by saving in-game. That usually fixed that. I mean, it freezes up sometimes, it doesn't go black, but there's still one bug that you can't have healing items in the bag. Like, you can't heal outside of battle. You can heal in battle. So, here's the Farfetch puzzle here. You have to chase around a Farfetch. I make it look like a lot harder than it actually is. I don't know what I was thinking. Whatever. But it's really not that hard. And you get a pretty good held item for doing it. And you also get HM cut. So that's also a big bonus here. Alright, so the mystery egg, guys, was actually Togepi. And I forgot, you actually give the mystery egg back to the professor, and he gives it back to you. I don't know why they do that. I guess because they wanted Togepi to be hatched later in the game. And I guess that's why, but... So, yeah, it's Togepi. In that forest, guys, we actually saw one of the kimono girls. I think that's what people call them, or the EV evolution girls, or something like that. And they have a lot of bigger part in this game than they did in the originals. You don't fight them until like basically the very end of the game, and I really like that. And another thing is, during that part, she needs to find a way out of the forest. And your Spearow actually shows her where the exit is. I love that. I love that about this game. You're a lot more interactive with your Pokemon. It feels like it's a breathing, living world. And I think it really captures the region. I think Pokemon Steel Silver is copied off of Japan. And they just present such a region, such a living, breathing region. It feels so human that I don't think other regions do that as well. They do that, and some don't even capture it at all for me. But Beedrill actually just got evolved, guys. I got my Weedle up to Bug Bite level there, where he learns Bug Bite, and then I evolved it into a Beedrill. But how I did that is actually I trained him up in the daycare until level 14, then trained him up until level 15 to get Bug Bite. And you actually still can get Twin Needle as well if you evolve him while learning Bug Bite. It's pretty cool. Another thing, guys, I forgot to mention is the third team member of the Dream Team is actually Heracross. Heracross is the third team member. You can get him by headbutting the trees outside of Goldenrod and also in the forest. And you can get headbutt from a guy in the forest. You just need to have cut. So that's how you get Heracross. Go into the flower shop right next to the gym and also get the water can. Remember that, guys. You don't want to come back and have to get that. And you also have a really strong team, and Heracross is definitely going to help you out against Mary Moo Cow there. That thing is hard if you don't know how to take it down. And this is actually how you take it down, guys. You get to really low level, and then you switch out to a Pokemon that it has to use Rollout. Like, I switched out to my Spearow, and it keeps on using Rollout, so it can't use Milk Drink, it can't use any potions, and you switch out to a Pokemon that can resist Rollout, and then you spam that attack. And that's how you take it out without using Milk Drink or any potions. So, we just got a Fearow. That's definitely going to help out. And actually, the thing about Spearow, it actually gets Aerial Ace at level 17. So, it's already better than Pidgeotto, because I don't know why, but they didn't want Pidgeotto to learn Wing Attack for, like... I don't think he learns Wing Attack until, like, level 27. I could be wrong about that, guys. I could be wrong. Over there, guys, with the National Park, and if you guys remember the start of this video, that is actually my favorite song from Pokemon. It's actually the National Park theme. That just represents Pokemon. Not just these games, Pokemon in general, for me. I'm not sure if you guys are the same, but that song just... I can't explain it, guys. I I really just can't explain it. So talking about other regions that just don't capture the region, don't make it living as well, I'm gonna have to say, actually, Ruby and Sapphire. I feel like Ruby and Sapphire didn't really have a feel, to tell you the truth. I don't, as much as I love Black and White 2 and Black and White, I feel like they didn't really capture the region as well. And of course Fire Red and Leaf Green, but they were such new games, they didn't really have to capture a region, I think, so I can't really blame them. But I think Pearl and Diamond really captured it. I think X and Y, even though I do put down X and Y sometimes, I really feel like they did capture the region, sort of a France theme. And Sun and Moon completely captured it very well. Not as well as Soul Silver and Heart Gold, but still captured it very well. Alright, here is our 4th team member here, guys. I actually caught a Magmar. You guys don't have to worry about Fire type because you guys have Cool Lava, but Magmar is probably the 2nd best Fire type Pokemon in the game. I freaking love using Magmar, and I love his sprite. I just really liked using Magmar, to tell you guys the truth. And how I actually brought down this gym, I had Pursuit on Fearow, Fan Attack on Magmar, Payback on Beedrill, and also Bite on Croconaw. So I was really set to go. So what I suggest you guys do is you have Bite on Crobat. You should have a Crobat by here. If you don't, it's not that bad. And also get Shadow Claw. Get Shadow Claw on Heracross or Quilava. It's up to you guys. Alright. Another thing I want to point out, guys, is in that kimono place, in the older games, you were supposed to fight the kimono girls. Go in there, fight a Team Rocket cross-dresser sort of guy that wants to dance, and you'll get Surf. So in this route, guys, you're going to get your 4th team member. Now, I got my 5th team member, Magnemite, really good electric type, and I'm going to actually give you guys a choice. I did this before in Pokemon Black and White 2, version exclusive Pokemon. I suggest you guys can either get a Magnemite or a Flampy. Now, the reason I give you guys a choice, because I know a lot of people are mad when people put Ampharos on their team in these games, Soul Silver and Heart Gold, and of course the originals, because it's such a overused Pokemon for these games. I think everybody uses an Ampharos in this game, but I'm gonna give you guys a choice. I enjoyed using Magneton, but Ampharos is also a good pick too. I have to say Ampharos is a lot more tankier, but Magneton's a lot faster. So they both have different advantages. It just matters how your team is shaped. So I'm gonna give you guys that choice. So getting back to, I think I was watching like a video about these games, a review, and when you ask people why they like Soul Silver and Heart Gold so much, it's usually like, oh, the Pokemon follow you, and that's a pretty big point. I feel like you get a much deeper connection with your Pokemon when you can see them outside of their ball. You can know that they're there and they're just not something that you see in battle. I feel like the connection is just not there if you see them in battle all the time. That's why I think Ruby and Sapphire brought the contest hall and stuff like that, trying to make these Pokemon more than just something that you fight with. And I'd say that's one of my favorite parts. It's not one of my favorites, but I don't really care what Pokemon brings, these small little things that Pokemon brings to a game. Like Pokemon following. I mean, it's great, and I wish they kept on doing it, but I don't care about those small little things that, even for the after game storyline, or it matters about the feel for me. It matters about the characters. It matters about the region itself, where you go, what you see. It matters about the trainers. It matters about the Pokemon. I don't care about these small little details that make it a different game. And what I'm actually talking about here is I don't care about Master Trainers. And I really don't care about new Pokemon that you put no effort into. I'm actually talking about, guys, Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Pikachu. Let's Go Eevee. What was I thinking? Oh my god. I was serious for a minute there, and I completely bombed my rants. I'm not even sure if I want to go on now. Okay, I'll keep on going. But If you guys have not seen the new trailer, they introduced something called the Master Trainer. It's when a Pokemon trainer only has one Pokemon, and you have to face that person with the same Pokemon at the same level. Now, I have trained up a lot of Pokemon in the newer Pokemon games. What I did is I usually brought them through the league, and that usually got them pretty high up there in level. I got a lot to level 100, you know. I was a little bit into competitive battling for a minute there, but I'm sorry, guys. Go down this ocean route here, and you'll hit this town. Go up there, you'll get an extra battle with the guy that's obsessed and sort of has a fetish, I guess, for Suicune, and you don't get anything out of it. It's just an extra battle. It's pretty cool to see a new character that they brought to the game. And then go in here, guys. You should have Crobat for this gym. Even for the main gym leader with his Poliwrath, you should have Ampharos or Magneton. I know Magneton, or Magnemite, which I have Magnemite, is a Steel type, but it only has Focus Punch as its main fighting move. So just don't allow it to get a bunch of double teams, because it'll go for a bunch of double teams, and then it'll go for a bunch of Focus Punches. Don't allow them to do that. And you also get Fly, so if you want to teach that to your Crobat, it's easier to get back to this place, get the secret potion in one of the houses, and then go back to the lighthouse and give it to her Ampharos, and it'll get all glowy and stuff. And you can take on her, and I literally actually do that, but my Pokemon for some reason are very underleveled, so I decided to not take her on yet. I decided to go on this route first and take down Team Rocket. So, getting back to what I was saying, guys, I find it very boring training up Pokemon if you don't have any connection, if there's not a lot of trainers to train them up on. It's very boring. It's very stressful. It's very boring. And you gotta train this Pokemon up to have a battle with a trainer. And it's probably gonna be like a 2-minute battle. All I think about is, I mean, I forget the training, but if it's a Lapras versus a Lapras, I'm gonna give it not Perishing. I'll give it something that's good against Lapras, or something like that. It's boring. Who cares about that? I certainly don't. And talking about Pokemon with no design, guys, if you've ever seen Meltan, I think that's the name of the new Pokemon, it's literally a piece of gum with a bolt in it with a dipping dot in the middle. That's literally the design. I bet that happened on somebody's desk at Nintendo, and like, oh, I bet that would make a cool Pokemon. Who does that? Okay, guys, 5th team member for the Dream Team is actually going to be the Red Gyarados. I know this is a very used Pokemon for their teams, but it's just so freaking good to get a level 30 Gyarados, and also a shiny, so definitely pick that up, guys, as your 5th team member. And you're also going to meet Lance at Lake of Rage. That's hard to say fast. Lance at Lake of Rage. No, I guess not. And he'll show you where the Team Rocket hideout is, where they're planning to... They're controlling Pokemon. I'm trying to remember from the anime, actually. I'm not remembering from the game, actually. They're trying to control Pokemon, and they're trying to do that with the Red Gyarados, so... that's pretty cool. I actually love the storyline to this. It seems like Team Rocket's, like, hanging on, and them trying to get Giovanni back. It's just, the storyline is so good in this game. And I feel like it is, like, Fire Red and Leaf Green, with them doing a couple random stuff at first, like cutting off Slowpoke's tails and stuff like that, but when it gets into the main storyline, it's pretty cool. And the nice thing is, you guys really think about Team Rocket, you're introduced at the main storyline at the 6th gym, and you end it before the 8th. Why does it feel like such a big storyline? And I think this is just the craftsmanship of this game, is you do a lot of freaking cool stuff. You sneak into bases, you beat a bunch of people up, you stop bombs, it feels like a lot more than what it is. And I hate going for secret bases, but I love going for this secret base. I love going for the secret base in Goldenrod. It's so fun to me to do this. I don't know why. So, getting back to what I was saying, if you've seen Meltan's evolution, I forget the name of it, it's literally the same body build as Regirock. It's literally the same body build as Regirock. we're getting to like Digimon stuff. Like, I know there's Pokemon made out of metal, but they still have like an animal characteristic. That is literally a robot. Like, I'm not gonna get attached to that. I was very sort of mad when I saw like the Meltan and all that, but I am getting. No matter what, I'm still buying the game, so I guess they get what they want in the end. That's kind of messed up of Nintendo, but I'm still gonna buy the game. But I don't know. You just stop the bomb, guys, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna heal up like I've done, and you're gonna head on to the. Okay, I thought it was about. You're gonna head back to the 6th gym. If you guys want to, you could have taken this down, as I said, first, and it gets you some levels, but it's pretty easy. 2 Magnemites and a Steelix. You can literally take that down with. You can literally take that down with Gyarados if you want to. You can take that down with Quilava, Heracross. You have a lot of team members that can just absolutely destroy that gym and just take it down. And with this one, you have Heracross, you also have Ampharos or Magneton, and you also have Quilava. It's these gyms you have a lot of Pokemon for. When it comes to the Dragon Gym, you're gonna struggle just a tad bit more. Just a tad bit more. Another thing I want to talk about Pokemon Soul Silver is the gym leaders. I felt no attachment to the gym leaders in Fire Red, Leaf Green, but for some reason, I think because you used to do a lot more with them. You get a potion for a gym leader. You see him at the Burning Tower. You have to chase her down to get her badge. She was crying, so she didn't give you her badge. Like, there's just a lot more to go with it. That's what I'm trying to say with the gym leaders. You actually feel a connection with them. And even now, these gym leaders like are still brought back into other games, like in Pokemon Platinum. You see the Steel-type gym leaders, so you can tell these gym leaders have a lot of character when they're brought back. So guys, you got a call from the Safari Zone guy. This area is open now. Legendary Cloyster and Onyx, right there. And you can get this little route, and it's got some good training and everything. At this point, you should be around like level 32. That's at least what I was at. I mean, we got Croconaw, we got Magneton. Like, we're pretty good set to go. I mean, I think when I was playing this before, I only used 5 Pokemon the first time I played this, and I picked Typhlosion. And I think I had Pidgeot, Ampharos. Yeah, I had a pretty basic team. Pidgeot, Ampharos. I'm trying to remember the rest of my team. Mamoswine. Did I only have 4 Pokemon? Yeah, no, Slowbro. Slowbro is my 4th Pokemon. So I only had 5, so I did have a little higher level Pokemon just because I had 5 Pokemon. But if you guys don't know, Pokemon Gold was actually my very first Pokemon game to actually play. So, of course, this is gonna be special to me. And I'll tell you about that run in a minute, guys. But you're gonna go back to Goldenrod. Team Rocket sort of took over the radio tower to sort of make this catastrophe to call back Giovanni, because basically that's the whole entire storyline, is them trying to get Giovanni to come back and also take down the world and steal Pokemon at it. And I love this part, going into somewhere that you've already been before, and like battling people, seeing places that you really didn't before, like this basement, battling Silver at it. Silver's such a freaking jerk, oh my gosh. And you get to dress up as a Team Rocket girl as well. That's the pretty cool part. I mean, I think everybody at least puts on the Team Rocket costume before Silver totally blows you over and tells you you're the person you're not, Team Rocket Grunt. I really ran around with that suit all around the region. No, are you? I'm not sure if you're allowed to. Next time I play this, I'm going to try that, guys. I'm going to actually try to fly out of Goldenrod with the Team Rocket costume, because I feel like, for some reason, the costume doesn't come out of Goldenrod. That's my hunch. So you're going to come down here, guys, to find the director of the tower, so you can get the card, so you can get into one of the rooms to get up to the top. And you have to battle a bunch of Team Rocket grunts and all that stuff. So, getting back to what I was saying, I feel like other Pokemon games don't do that as well. This one makes everything so big. I like how this one's very compact. I mean, I know it's humongous with another region to explore, but I like the main storyline's compactedness. Everything's very compact. Like, you even go to places that you were before and you battle and stuff like that. And I find that really cool. And I think in other Pokemon games, you sort of just thrown into this place you've never even seen before, battle a bunch of bad guys, and then just get out of there and like never see it again. I like the familiarity of the places that you go in this region. That's something I really do like. And you also battle all the bad guys. There's a lot more like because I know they do this in other Pokemon games, but there's like a lot of more bad guys. Like, it's not just the main bad guy. There's like a lot of other bad guys that are under him, and you recognize them, and you recognize their teams. Like, oh, that's his Pokemon, and that's also a pretty cool thing too. Another thing, something a little disappointing. The final battle in this game is a tiny bit disappointing. He has a Houndoom. I think he has a Houndour, and I forget his third Pokemon, but not really like dramatic battle. Like, he has 6-on-6 Pokemon, stuff like that. I think that would have been pretty cool to have like a really hard battle, but what can you do? I guess Houndoom was pretty hard back then. I bet that was pretty cool, like, the actually first person that played this game and you've never seen Houndoom before and you see him. I bet that was pretty cool to see, because you're like, how do I get that thing? Another thing, guys, after you actually beat Team Rocket in this area, go back to one of the route opening places, and they'll actually give you Team M's Sludge Bomb. So that's definitely a TM to get if you need to. Another thing is, guys, we got our 6th team member. That is going to be Swinub. I love using Swinub in this game because you don't really have to worry about getting 6 Pokemon before, like, all that, because I think if you get 6 Pokemon right before the radio tower, it's just so much Pokemon to have to train up. And I feel like just getting Swinub in this cave, you really don't have to worry about training them up that much, and it's pretty relaxed. And actually, the 6th team member, guys, of the Dream Team is actually going to be Swinub. I think I did this before with Luxray and Pokemon Forest Guys, our last video, and one of my teammates actually made it onto the Dream Team. I'm so happy. I really worked so hard. And this, I love the tune to this cave. It's so eerie. It's just got such the music in this game is probably one of the best things about it. The music was excellently crafted in this game, and that's one of the reasons I love it. And I think there's like a MP3 player in this game. It's like a held item. You can actually turn the newer music into how it would sound in the originals, and that's something I love getting. And we also met one of the Kimono girls again. Yippee Kaye. That reminds me of something. Whatever. So you're gonna make it out of this ice cave, and you're going to make it down here to this next town. Now, I would not take down the gym leader just yet. Oh, it's Raikou. That's always cool to see your first legendary dog in the wilderness. Like, how the heck did you get here? Is this a glitch? Go back to Mr. Pokemon, give him the red scale from the red Gyarados, and you'll get the XP share. Give that to your Swinub. Battle all these trainers with your Pokemon. Definitely suggest you have to keep on flying back to the town to take a different route to battle more trainers, but it's definitely worth it. It gives you a lot of training before the Dragon Gym, and the Dragon Gym is definitely difficult. I have not said any of the gyms were difficult in this game, but that Dragon Gym, oh my gosh, it is absolutely excruciating. Alright guys, so I did mention my first run, my first Pokemon game was Pokemon Gold, and I played with picked Cyndaquil, and got a Quilava, made it to the second gym, but didn't finish the game. And I also played a lot of other Pokemon games before I actually finished it. I played a lot, actually. And I came back to that file, and I beat it in like a night, and it was so magical, guys. I used 2 Pokemon. That was Typhlosion and Slowbro. That's why those Pokemon are so important to me, and that's why they probably will open all of my videos from now on in that opening. And that was a very special run for me. Very special run. And also, I also played Pokemon Crystal, and that was not a special run. I hated that run. I could not get past the 4th gym. My main Pokemon was a Graveler, so super slow, got Hypnosis every time, but that was a bad run for me. I couldn't get past it. Couldn't get past the Leaf Green and the Poison type gym either. Alright, here she is, and this... I struggled on this thing. I was about to die. The Kingdra is absolute massacre. Like, he's got moves, man. That thing will absolutely destroy most of your Pokemon. What I actually did is I went out for Beedrill, went for Toxic Spites to poison all of his Pokemon. I also have Ice Fang on Feraligatr. That's really good. You also have Ice Fang on Gyarados, and that's good too. You also have Dragon Rage on Gyarados as well, so he can take the Hydro Pumps. You can take the Dragon Pulses. Keep going for Dragon Rage, and you're pretty set on the Kingdra. That shouldn't be a hard gym for you if you have the Dream Team. It was a hard gym for me because these two Pokemon here, Beedrill and Fearow, was the murder of my team. I had to train them up. They were constantly dying. The Pokemon I used the most was Magneton. Like, he was my highest level Pokemon at that point, to tell you guys the truth. But you should be at level 27, guys, with Swinub by the time you beat the 8th gym. Go down there. It's a lot of good training. There's a bunch of Gravelers down there, and just take them all out. It'll take a little while. It'll take about like 20 minutes. That's how long it took me. And you'll get a Mamoswine. That's what you'll get. Heart Scale is back. Go to the route right before the cave to the 2nd town, and on that bridge will be a rock. Now surf out to that rock and then press A and you'll get a Heart Scale, and then go to that town and teach it Ancient Power, then level it up with a Rare Candy, and then you'll get a Mamoswine. So guys, after you get the Ace Gym Badge and after you get go into the Dragon Cave there to actually get it, because she didn't want to give it to you, she didn't think you were worth it. We're worth it, guys. We definitely beat her fair and square, but whatever. She gives you an awesome TM. But go here to the Kimono Girls, and you have to beat all the AV evolutions in one take. I actually played a Nuzlocke of this game, guys. Absolutely got murdered by the gym leader, but I had a couple Pokemon left, and I was almost there, guys. I was so close. I died by the Kimono Girls. Absolutely destroyed me. It was that Espeon. The Espeon absolutely destroyed me with Psychic. Yeah, I've played this game a lot, guys. Just to tell you guys, I've at least done like 5 real runs and then a couple challenge runs. And those are all fun. Here, guys, we are about to partake in Lugia, the magical Lugia here, and we're gonna battle him. I'm gonna chuck a Master Ball at him because I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with fighting him, and it doesn't really matter to me. I'm not gonna be playing in the after game, or am I? I'll get to that in a minute, guys. But how you actually find the cave where Lugia is you want to just imagine like a piece of paper, and it's like 4 caves. Go to the top right one. That's where he is, and then go to the left route, and that's where Lugia is. That's where you'll find him. Alright, guys, go back to your hometown and you'll surf right down this little area. You'll have to teach one of your Pokemon Waterfall. Go teach that to Gyarados. He's definitely gonna be better than Surf. And I don't think you have Aqua Tail yet. I forget when Gyarados learns Aqua Tail. It's either 35 or 41 or 42. I think it might be 30. I know it's 35 in Pearl and Diamond, but it might not be in here. Down this Whirlpool down there, guys, you'll get Dragon Claw. Definitely pick that up. It's an awesome TM. So I'm gonna start. One thing, guys, I forgot to mention that we do on this channel is I actually sort of rate my Pokemon, and these are the ratings. Pokemon I dislike the most. I didn't like. I love all my Pokemon, but my least favorite Pokemon. My favorite Pokemon, the Pokemon that helped me out through the 8th gyms, and the Pokemon that helped me out most in the Elite Four. So that is what I'm going to be doing right now with, so the Pokemon that helped me most out in the 8th gyms, I'll have to say it was Magneton. Magneton really helped me out. It helped me out on the 5th gym, but it also helped me out just with all those Team Rocket grunts. It really did, actually. And it also helped me against the Dragon-type gym leader, the 7th gym leader, the Ice-type gym leader. It's just a really big help. A really big help. I can't say my least favorite or my favorite yet, but that's the Pokemon that helped me most out with the 8 gyms. So, one thing I love about these games is, like, the Victory Road is right by your hometown. Like, you can never go to it before with Waterfall, but it was, like, right there all along. And you have to go back to your hometown. Say hello to your mom, guys. Give her a hug. She really needs it. Like, I feel sorry for the moms in these games. Like, they have to lose their kids at, like, 10, and they go play with animals. Like, she probably wanted us to become an accountant. Like, she didn't want us to become whatever a Pokemon trainer is. Alright, guys, you're gonna battle Silver for the last time. Piece of cake, guys. He's got a little bit of a hard team, but with the Dream Team, you guys not no worries. And with Mamoswine, the good level to be before the Elite Four guys is, I have to say, is level 40. That's always what I am. So, here we guys. Here's the team. Magneton has Discharge, Charge Beam, Thunder Wave, and Magnet Bomb. It also has the Sturdy ability. I really like that team. Avalanche, Ice Shard, Strength, and Earthquake, Never Melt Ice, Aerial Ace, Astro Tape, Fly, and Secret Power. Didn't really know what to do with Fear. I have to tell you guys the truth. He has an awful moveset. U-Turn, Toxic Spikes, and Bug Bite, and Poison Jab. So pretty good moveset on Beedrill, I have to say. I'll probably get rid of Bug Bite for X-Scissor if I had X-Scissor. Ice Fang, Crunch, Waterfall, and Dragon Claw. Definitely give him probably Superpower, but he doesn't learn that until level 60. Also have the Dragon Fang on him. I actually never really used Dragon Claw during this whole entire Elite Four. Feint Attack, Fire Blast, Lava Plume, and Focus Blast. You can get Focus Blast actually in the apartment store. Get Charcoal from the Farfetch little thing that we were doing there. That little Farfetch puzzle. Go back to the person, he'll give you Charcoal. Really good move. Alright, guys. I'm going to start out with Magneton because he starts out with his Natu. If you guys want to start out with Ampharos or Magneton, that's up to you guys. Or even Mamoswine, but it's a piece of cake. To tell you guys the truth. You have Shadow Claw on Typhlosion, and if you have a Typhlosion during this guy, he's Mamoswine Typhlosion can completely take down the Poison Dude. With the Fighting Dude, you will have Crobat. Watch out for his main Pokemon, Machamp, because he does have Rock Slide. So, if you actually if you want to go for a double team or two, that's a good one. But his Machamp is definitely not easy, and I have to kind of stall him out. And remember, guys, I can't use healing items, so I had to heal during the battle. It was really hard. It almost felt I was playing a Nuzlocke a little bit during these fights, and the hardest one, I have to say, for me, was her. I'm not sure, I don't want to call her the dark person, even though she probably is, but she doesn't have pure dark type Pokemon. She has I guess she had similarities to dark type Pokemon, but she was really hard for me for some reason. Her Houndoom completely destroyed me, but I took it down nonetheless. Here is Lance, guys. His team is not as hard as she was, actually. 3 Dragonites, a Charizard, and also 3 Dragonites, and an Aerodactyl, and a Gyarados. So, not too hard. But guys, just go for Mamoswine. Don't go for Avalanche with the one that has Fire Blast. Go for Ice Shard, or just keep going for Ice Shard. That's my advice. So, that is pretty much the end, guys, for this. My favorite Pokemon out of the whole entire game was actually Magmar. The Pokemon that helped me most out in the league was actually Magmar. My least favorite Pokemon was Fearow because it's awful moveset. Guys, I really enjoyed this game. I'm going to give this game a 9.8 rating. I know that's extremely high, but this is my favorite Pokemon game. I can't give it a perfect 10 because there is some flaws to it. But that is going to wrap this up, guys. Stay tuned. Next time we're going to be playing Pokemon Light Platinum. So have a great week, guys, and see you guys next time.